Jack Le Brocq, Jack hello. Beer for sure. You'd start with champagne though, can't go wrong. The shoey, I don't know if I'm cool enough. Like it's that full Danny Rick, David Reynolds kind of thing. So maybe. If we win Bathurst next week, we'll give it a go. The trickiest one, it's actually probably Bathurst next week we're going to. It's Skyline. You come crest the hill at about 220 kilometres an hour and sort of drop down into almost sort of like a bobsled run, it kind of feels like. So very tricky, and if you get it wrong, you pay for it. So yeah, it's pretty difficult. Not really. You know, I used to have a little bit of a thing going on when I was in open wheels. You get in from either side of the car, but I'd always get in from the left-hand side of the car. But in a sedan these days, you can't really do that. So yeah, got scrapped. Yeah, growing up, I loved Craig Lowndes, and funnily enough for me, my first year in the series was, yeah, same garage as him, so I got to sort of, I suppose, work pretty closely and alongside Craig, so that was pretty special for myself. Actually, yeah, it was back up in Sydney when we were up there the first time, it was the first couple of days, and yeah, it was actually playing all right, and then the rain came down and yeah, ruined it for me, but yeah, I'm not actually that good, so I was only like 6 over on the front and like 8 over on the back 9. So yeah, I'm not actually that good at it, but that was pretty cool. I felt like I was having a pretty cool day. Probably back in June, back in Melbourne, I played a couple of times down the coast. So yeah, it doesn't happen very often though. I would just love to outfly. How cool would that be? Just zip around, just go anywhere you like. Well, I don't know at the moment. I'd love to go overseas somewhere. I love, want to go to America. I've never done it over there. I've been to Hawaii, that's about as far as I got, but yeah, I reckon it might be a couple of years away. Yellowstone. Watch Yellowstone. Yeah, it was awesome. Loved it. So hopefully your next series comes out soon. Hopefully. Yeah, racing's probably the dream job, but before that, probably engineering the things. So it's all same in a way. It's a funny one. Everyone asks why I suppose, have to be fit for it, but yeah, it's quite physical in there. So it's probably the heat exhaustion is probably the biggest thing for us. In the cars, 55 to 60 degrees, and so it's just basically, yeah, sitting in a sauna. So average heart rate these days when we get in there is about 140 to 155-ish over a race. So I think that's just a lot of getting rid of the heat, and yeah, you actually work quite hard, funnily enough. So it'd be nice if it was a bit aircon and all sort of stuff going on in there. We're working on it. I suppose something for me is probably, I take it everywhere with me, every round I go, just a skipping rope. It's something that's a massive part of my warm-up before I get in the car, and don't know, a lot of people don't really do it. A lot of the racing drivers, probably they look at me a little bit funny, but it's, yeah, just something, a pre-race habit that I've got into, so yeah, probably take that everywhere with me. Bit of a weird one. Actually, it's probably the battle rope, which I ordered the second time around. So I really wanted it the first time around, but the missus was like, oh, do you really need one? So yeah, got my hands on it this time. So I'm looking forward to getting home and using that. Probably just taking smoko whenever you like. So I love that. So I'm looking forward to going back in a couple of weeks and just, yeah, get there and just take 3 smokos before it's 12 o'clock. Have a beer. I reckon Danny Rick, just an absolute character, and yeah, does an awesome job overseas representing Australia in F1, and yeah, some of the stories I reckon he would get up to and the mischief they get up to on tour would be pretty cool.